Welcome back to a galaxy far, far away. It is the dark cosmic universe. My name is Avian Savage, welcoming all my cosmic followers back here to the dark cosmic universe. Today we are going to be exploring Star Wars, one of my favorite toy lines from my childhood. Of course, I'm 5 going on 6, or 4 going on 5, depending on the day. Again, if you're new to the channel, check out the channel. Check out the links in the description. I have an eBay store where I sell vintage and retro t-shirts. I also sell paperback books. When I make a sale, I bring it back here to the dark cosmic universe. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. There's a lot of fun things we do here. We talk about action figures, we talk about play sets, we talk about vehicles, we talk about Pokemon cards, we talk about cool cosmic collectibles just like this. Again, if you are new to the channel, please activate the bell icon so you get notified when I upload a video just like this. Don't forget, check out the links in the description. We've got TikTok. We also have YouTube Shorts. That's not in the link, but you can find it definitely. There's also photographs that I do take, pictures of the toys that I review here, most of them. So again, check out that. It'll give you an idea of what's going on here in the dark cosmic universe. All right, with no further ado, we're going to check out some really cool figures here. Now, before you, again, if I botch the name up, let me know in the comments, because yours truly hasn't had an action figure or actually know the characters in a long time. I've got another surprise Dark Trooper figure. We'll take a look at the card art on that. We have the Imperial Sentinel, and then over here in the middle we've got Moff. This is the one I might botch. Was it Jerjerrod? You know, kind of like Jerjerrod, I guess, but totally different because that was Buck Rogers. When I saw the figure, I'm like going, all right, cool, especially for the price that I wound up getting it. All right, we're going to focus first on the Imperial Sentinel, and that's what he called here on the card. We'll take a look at the card art here. Now, again, from what I have learned from watching videos, is that after Return of the Jedi, Kenner wanted to make more figures. They kind of wanted to do an expanded universe type universe going on. And they started making up pictures. They had storylines going on. They presented it to George Lucas. And from what I hear, George Lucas said, nope. If it's not in the movie, we're not making action figures. Now, this particular one, this was one of the concept art that I wound up finding here. His name is Atha Prime. And he would have been one of the main villains. And I believe that Moff Tarkin would have also survived the Death Star explosion. Don't know how, don't know why, but they wanted to keep him as part of the, they want part of the lore. So Luke would battle someone else. There was a Han figure. There was a Luke figure. Again, it just kind of got, all flubbed up over there. All right, so let's take a look at some of the card art before we do that. Again, I showed you that. And we're going to go kind of mix out of order here. So here we go. This I thought was actually pretty decent for a card art. I wound up getting this at Walmart probably sometime last year. And I just had it, in the collection here. So this is Moff Jerjerrod. Or Jerjerrod. If I said his name wrong, I apologize. This I thought was a really cool card art. Definitely reminds me of the old school. They don't have that, the side here all messed up on purpose. Yes, I got it for $3 plus tax, which I thought was pretty cool. And here are some of the characters that were in the particular wave. So you can take a look at it at your own leisure. Pause the video when you need to. And again, I didn't pick any of these figures up. I just, actually I did. I picked up 9 of them, but we'll see them. So this is a Star Wars vintage collection, which is really cool. Again, for $3, I love the card art. Definitely reminds me of the old Kenner original style, and it was really, really cool. So I'm like, okay, I don't have them. I picked it up, and again, I totally forgot about it until I wound up getting that. I'm going to save the best for last year. Now, if you see one of my previous videos, when I wound up getting the free Dark Trooper, this one I actually wound up paying for. This I thought was pretty cool. So from The Mandalorian, it is the Dark Trooper. And again, a little bit different, and we'll look at those in a minute. But again, love the card art on this one. And in the back, now they only did this for the card art. So it's the figure with the card art. Pause the video if you want to read more about the Dark Troopers. And I remember watching or hearing about that Luke Skywalker would be back in The Mandalorian. I waited for the episode, saw the X-Wing, saw R2-D2, and I'm like, no way. And then when I saw it, because Luke was one of my favorite characters from the original series. And for those Star Wars haters out there that are always saying, I'm not saying you guys, but there are some that are like, all right, it's enough of the Skywalker line. Let's find something else. I like Luke Skywalker. I like the lineage. It was kind of cool. And now, again, there might be people out there that don't like it, but okay, but I like them. And then you buy what you want. So from the Kenner collection, this is the expanded universe. Now, I believe this was back in the 90s. So here we go from Dark Empire, the Imperial Sentinel. So he was used for, you know, the comic book. I would have loved to had, was it as an Alpha Prime, as a bad guy. I would totally like that. Now, there's still a possibility, maybe down the road, that they make him, so they call this the Imperial Sentinel, and then they make Alpha, was it Alpha Prime? Here are the expanded universe figures. I thought they were awesome. You know, again, Admiral Thrawn, Mara Jade, which I do have, the Clone Empire, or the Clone Emperor, which I thought was a cool concept. They're the little mini cars, which I thought was, or the mini vehicles. But again, really, really cool. I'm glad that I wound up getting this one. And there we go. There's Luke. Love that Luke. Loved reading the graphic novel. I was totally enthralled with it. I'm like, it's Star Wars. There's more story to tell. And yours truly was very, very excited about it. All right, let's go with the Dark Trooper here. And he dropped his weapon. That's probably one of the downfalls on these figures that I've noticed, unless I'm putting them incorrectly. So here's his accessory. I'm going to try to put it in here. But when I saw Luke going against these, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cool. That is so Jedi. When he was like, you know, the master, you know, Jedi master. And I was just like, just to see him again battling and taking on these things. Very, very cool. And again, here we go. So here we go. Here's the Dark Trooper. And here's the one that I wound up originally getting a few weeks ago. Again, you can definitely tell that the weapon's a little different. They do look the same, which is awesome, except for the weapon. So I'm going to put them back here. Very cool. I do like to army build when I can, which is pretty cosmically epic. All right, so here is Moff Jerjerrod, or is it Jerjerrod? If I said it wrong, I don't know. I know I'm going to have tons of people writing in the comments. That's okay. Write in the comments. That's great. I'd love to hear from you. Also, leaving comments definitely helps out the channel. So here he is. Very, very, again, I know a lot of people are like, I like the vintage figures. These aren't the vintage ones. Yes, these are more accurate to the movie, and that's okay. I do a mix and match. But again, what a cool figure. The face sculpt, pretty accurate. It's accurate enough for me. And again, what a cool looking figure. That is so awesome. And to the actor who played him, thank you so much. I'm like, you know, and the family, you know, of the character, you know, thank you so much for letting him be a part of the Star Wars universe, which is awesome. All right, last but not least, here we go. Here is the Imperial Sentinel. Now, the weapon that he is holding is a little bit different, but again, from my time, or from my collection, yeah, he can be Alpha Prime, that's fine with me. Did I say it right? I'm going to have to go check my phone again. But again, when I learned about this, I was like, oh, I got to have this figure. I'm like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have him as the bad guy. I still need to pick up a Moff Tarkin. And I'm still not used to that, saying Moff. I'm like, I just want to keep saying Moth. It's like, why do they have moths in the Empire? Do they not have any bug spray? But again, I know there are a lot of Star Wars fans out there that are going, blasphemy. How can you talk like this? The cosmic stage will get removed over here. Let's take a look at the figures down here and down the ground level, as I like to do it, the cosmic ground level. But again, really excited about that. And again, big shout out to my friend out there, MTB. He always likes putting in my comments, hey, can you do a Star Wars review? Do you have any Star Wars figures? And I'm like, I'll get to it eventually. You know, again, I've got tons of toys, and Yes, there are more. I'm like sighing when I'm saying it. Yes, I wound up getting some more figures, so we'll definitely have more toy reviews. But here we go. Ground level as always. I think they look really cool. Again, 3 3/4 inch figures are my jam, as I've said before. Really awesome. Of course, I got Thrawn over here, which is really cool. Actually, let me just pop him over because he's definitely part of the expanded universe. And he's got that creature on his neck that negates the power of the Force. Read the books, trust me on that. I remember when I was reading, I'm like, this is so cool. Luke Skywalker's back. Princess Leia's back. Han is back. Chewie's back. The original OGs, and they got some really cool stuff. Again, if you're looking for the channel over here, Avian Savage, that's how you found me, and this is how we find Seashell, just like that. Very excited to add some new figures to the collection, which is pretty awesome. I definitely have to get a Grand Moff Tarkin. I know that they made one that looks more like the vintage collection, and it's going for a very pretty penny out there. So I don't know, maybe they'll re-release it. And I know a lot of people have some issues with the modern figures as opposed to the old school Kenner, and I get it. Do what you want to do. If that's what you want, if you want the old school, get the old school. Then, if you want to go with the customizers that make it look like the old school, good for you. It's your money, it's your collection. You build your universe the way you want to. One figure at a time. This is what I'm doing. Again, I loved Luke when he looked like this. Give him the red saber. Why not? Yeah, he was the son, or is, yeah, he's the son of Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader. He should have been like that. I like Luke when he's like that. That's really cool. He's in between being a Jedi, in between a Sith, pretty cool. Hey, Ahsoka did it, so why not? Anyway, that's it. That's the end of the video. Definitely, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel because you become part of the Dark Cosmic Universe. It's something cool to say at work. It's something cool to just having general conversation with your friends. Hey, it's even cooler when you're out and you're sitting across the dinner table and you're like, you know what? I'm a part of da-da-da-da. You're like, yeah, I'm part of the Dark Cosmic Universe. I'm cosmically epic. They're like, what? I'm cosmically insane, my friends. They're like, what are you talking about? Here's the channel. Check it out. Thank you guys again for checking out the channels and all the YouTube shorts. Thank you for putting them in as part of your socials. I totally appreciate that. Thank you for sharing the videos, remixing, remastering, reinvigorating, and reimagining what the Dark Cosmic Universe is in your universe. If you are subscribed to the channel, you are part of the Dark Cosmic family. Who are my Dark Cosmic family? They are my Cosmic Cosmonauts, my Cosmic Comrades, my insane toy collectors. I love these cards. My Dark Cosmic Pokemon collectors, when available, and they're available now, which is good. And my Dark Cosmic collectors out there as well. Thank you guys again for checking out the channel. Thank you for watching the videos. We are getting near that 3,000 viewed hours, which is really cool. It's like 2,700 and something. We're going to get to that 3,000 view. We are going to be up and at 'em, and we are going to be a well force to reckon here on the YouTube sphere, because thank you for sharing the videos. Totally appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. I know I say it all the time, but you know what? I really appreciate everyone out there. I appreciate all my viewers, you, and everyone who definitely checks these videos out. Thank you guys so much. I have so much fun doing these videos. And you know what? It's kind of cool. And Seashell gets a little recognition. She gets a lot of recognition. Yeah, don't forget to say hi to Seashell when you see her on the videos. She loves that. And I show her the videos. She's like, do I get more cat food? Do I get like more treats? What do I get out of this? What's part of my contract? We'll figure it out, Seashell. Trust me as we go along here. What do I say? Say it loud and proud. Stay cosmically insane, my friends. No, I don't. What do I say? From one side of the galaxy to the other, and somewhere in between, I went up jumping ahead. There is the Dark Cosmic Universe. Thank you guys again for watching all the videos. Stay cosmically insane, my friends. There we go. Keep collecting all those action figures. Come back here to the YouTube sphere, better known as YouTube. And we will see you for another cosmically insane episode very, very soon.